What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Hello, everyone. Let's play some video games. Alright. Well, I hear this quest is basically the really, really good quest. So, let's start. Might be taking breaks throughout this, though. Let's see. I know. That's why I don't know if it's gonna be full it. So I don't know if we're finishing it today. We'll have some fun.
Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly.
That should be good. Nick Olson was nice.
Flint's! Llama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehuda had to stay
know
at
it
the
had an
curatorium
echo.
to wrap things up, so they won't be
Took
joining
it
us
out,
for now.
hopefully. It'll be fun.
I ran into Miss Nefer and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flint's.
I certainly am. I
achieved.
achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for.
I achieved Nirvana.
Fighting alone can get quite tedious.
Yeah, I know. I took
but I had the
out
good
the
fortune
actual.
to run into a pair of
Oh,
brave
okay.
young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Go down.
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Thankfully, tracking you down turned out to be a lot simpler than we envisaged.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see, and a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the...
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
I do like the voice.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Duran!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
Now, if you played didn't play
By
Simulacra
the way,
Mondstadt,
He says it's okay if you drop the min.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting,
got a
isn't
very
it?
nasally voice lately.
The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for—
Wow, you're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help
Oh
themselves.
my god.
If that's not a sign of
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding
Yeah,
human
definitely.
relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back. Uh-oh. People are talking about me.
Yo! Oh my god, the
Hope it's
squad that is
nothing
together.
negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
Aww.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us
He
left.
does really
I don't wanna
freaking
be
sound like
next to all these
Draven,
people
but it's
anyway.
just there.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am.
You know, that's
Come
it,
on in
Rainbow.
and see for yourself.
It's your 69th day at Last Defense Academy. Oh my god. The squad! The squad!
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed—
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
Yuri!
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly
Is this the
colleagues,
first time Dainsleys
but
actually showed up? Wow.
friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
Yuri!
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of
No, this
human
voice is
conversation.
perfect. It sounds
Trying
young
to
enough.
decipher
I think it
Albedo's way of
works.
speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
No, this is the complete right
good
decision.
point. Paimon gets you now.
I get it.
Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're it.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Never know.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential under such circumstances. Would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right then.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your...
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway,
Oh god, these interactions are
looks
great.
like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
You telling me this ain't
We'll get down to
Avengers?
business once the other two arrive.
Yosh!
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint then?
I dabble.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
I'm flattered.
No, this
If
voice
I
is
ever get
perfect.
the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind.
This voice is perfect.
Anyway,
If he's
how
British, that's a
about
good
you,
American
Darren?
accent.
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want.
I can try.
I can be
you show me a
ChatGPT
sample,
for you.
I'll do
I
my
can
best to
I can
match it.
plagiarize all the art
Thank
you
you.
want.
In that case, I'll...
This doesn't stop. Yeah, no, this doesn't stop. Yeah,
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious...
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Eatlua.
Eatlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core. In that sense, he puts me to shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant. Come on, why the awkward...
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to... Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably
Oh,
best
God.
if Eatlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear, your secret's safe with me.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Oh my god. Alright, who is Dainsleif chatting with? Oh, Dainsleif must be chatting with Lauma. Or not. Right, Lauma schlepped out.
Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even
Doesn't
giving
he
us a
always
heads
do
up?
that?
If you think back to our previous interactions,
Exactly.
you may recall that that's hardly out of character.
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
Great! Paimon will hand... and in return, we can get Dainsleif to be our very own personal...
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do.
Indeed.
It is as you have guessed. We got Nefer. Nefer. Mission.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehuda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehuda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Krai. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehuda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tibet.
You're just flirting her ego.
Wow! That's a lot of people.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so,
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for...
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was... I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process.
So again, the Abyss is not... Conria itself isn't the
Vedifenir,
Abyss.
who wished to foretell the future. The wise,
It's the Abyss
Heroptatir,
itself.
who
The
sought
Abyss
limitless
just
knowledge.
is still an outside
Gold,
force. Okay.
Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Recher of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions, So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons.
Mother.
When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man. Working for uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel
You know,
this
we
mystery.
already know a lot of this.
But before you decide if you will accept...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks. Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next
He's
time.
okay.
I'll
Flynn's
give
is a
your
little
proposal
autistic.
some serious
Flynn's is a little
thought,
autistic. I
Mr.
don't know what his
Dainsleif.
fixation would be.
Let's speak in
No, I don't know
private
about
once
that.
the meeting is
Seems
over.
socially awkward.
Before that,
Oh.
there's a few things I'd like to share.
It's Zach!
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced.
Super Saiyan.
But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rehir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
Defeating the Rehir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope...
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say, it's not my wish to burden you.
So you're placing all your hopes on...
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches instant...
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Commit it to memory.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for...
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to...
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my own... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well... The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Pi...
Well, good luck, everyone!
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us, in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's...
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started momentarily.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
all set over here too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup.
Isn't this where we just were?
Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsleif, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative.
Didn't we basically get that?
Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this. He looks even gloomier than last time.
He looks sexy.
I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the neutralized.
Papers, please.
This one should be archived under purged targets.
Oh god, I'm playing Death and Taxes. I'm playing Death and Taxes and Papers, please.
Female, 23.
We're at the office and we're killing
office
people
clerk.
by signing the check.
Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year.
You will die.
Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized.
Your face will die.
Another one for purged target. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. What's it got to do with me?
Papers, please. Death certificate.
Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year.
Killed
Poses a
in the
threat
gas
to the
chamber.
dynasty. Neutralized on...
Holocaust simulator.
Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember
This is
surveilling this
freaking,
man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants.
Oh.
Female.
Oh, fuck.
16.
Now we're into mine.
Occupation,
Oh,
none.
fuck.
Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon
Oh,
descendant.
fuck.
Has been observed
And he
making
definitely
contact
killed
with
that
other
kid, didn't
descendants
he?
during the past
Oh, yeah, no,
year.
this man has killed children. Oh,
Poses
God.
a threat to the dynasty.
Oh, no.
Neutralized on...
Papers, please. Oh, fuck.
Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone
No, but she was
important.
a person that had to die, evidently. Oh, God. Oh, no. Let me guess. This is actually like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Female,
Okay.
13.
We're getting closer.
Occupation, none.
No, the next one looks like
Orphan
10-year-old.
and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
Confirmed
Neutralized on...
Fuck. I mean, it's honestly the same
Filed.
thing as sort of feeling like it hurts, but then it just feels like emotionless when we're going through these depths. How we're going through these depths.
Male, 11.
Oh, I was 1 year old.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed
Wanted
Crimson
some
Moon
more.
descendant. Has not been observed making any contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
When you threaten other people's power, shit like this happens. Oh God, no, that even looks young. Oh God, this is brilliantly done.
Neutralized on...
Oh God. Okay. I had a feeling that was the age.
6.
I had it. I was
Occupation,
good. I had the
none.
money. Oh God. Oh no. 5 or 4.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become
maybe
harder
just
and
stop?
harder to track down.
So maybe just stop?
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No!
No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty.
My job is
And
to
only way
ensure
to
the
do that is by
survival of the
eliminating
master
any
race.
and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of
no,
my
it's
colleagues
not.
can attest to my fairness.
Your fairness
And if
is
my friends
dog
were aware
shit.
of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the
You truly
facts.
understood the situation we're in. You understand why we had to kill children. All the children, defenseless children. You know that you know they're human shields, right? You know they're human shields? You gotta look for Ved.
A box containing a ring must be for his girlfriend.
Boyfriend. Boyfriend.
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, Dear Breakfast Shop Owner. It's a list, but at this stage I have no... Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Seems like it has to be inserted into that camouflage device nearby. Aha! It's an audio...
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not near my house. I swear, I know what I saw!
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the run for their residence has concluded. We apprehended the target and filed the mission report last night. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rerir's targets?
So why should I feel bad for this guy? He was a motherfucker. He had the choice to do what... I mean... Okay, anyone fucking calling this guy Yankee good Chad, you have something else you need to... your head examined. Yo, I think this guy's Yankee good Chad.
A box containing must be for his girl.
So then where the fuck am I going? Here we go! Wait, no?
Mr. Vedafelnir? It's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't tell me. Does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such.
I feel like I know
It's a
exactly
wish,
where this is
isn't it?
going. We've known where this is going. She's gonna get
No fool,
angry at him.
prophet. Is
She's
there?
gonna be angry at him for fucking being a child-killing asshole. And I get it. It's what's getting him money, but like.
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time
He's gonna
before you
go
came
crazy.
looking for
That's
me.
what's gonna happen. That's clearly what's gonna happen.
Does it
And he's just
feel
gonna say fuck,
good?
and he hates the
Knowing
movie because
how
it's
the-
prison,
I'm
and
afraid
that's
the
why.
notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to
get it.
pass,
Well,
it can be
this
all
was his-
too
this was
easy
the
to
job
succumb
he
to
chose
fear
to do.
and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings.
Oh god, that's twisted.
You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken
So the-
that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes, the burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness.
Same as the Uno's quest.
If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
A fiance that's fine with child killing, it seems. Up.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face. and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
Isn't that one of the kids he killed?
What did you say? A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
What the fuck?
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
He's gonna kill her.
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Khaenri'ah will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rayrir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rayrir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet, is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose, no matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rayrir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day, as if nothing ever happened?
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out. Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. I'd almost forgot.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rayrir... He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rayrir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary.
God, this is
Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. Prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open. The thing just happens to me now.
That won't happen.
What's changed? Ever since we found he only had you go down the
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Was it because she didn't trust you? Or something else?
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Obviously. Duh.
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever.
Fuck you.
That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is.
That's where the abyss comes.
Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Huh. Wait. Thelindis? No. No.
I fucking knew it.
Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be. A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead?
No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Elysium.
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But what about you?
Me?
If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission, will you?
Good point. In that case, maybe you should stay.
No, please! I just want to see...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code.
Are we almost done with the sequence?
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedavulnir.
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems.
That's fair.
Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear.
This sequence is a while.
And he won't tell me how to actually resolve.
I'm saying just for the finishing of this backstory sequence.
And no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. And it looks like this Thalindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descent. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the rest. And why does Vedavulnir, Dainslif's older brother, keep talking? And the human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, You only ever see the parts they're willing. Time for something a bit... We've been inside. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines. And now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
The fuck? The fuck?
Rerir, are you there?
What the fuck is going on? Well, I'm gonna pause here, and I will be back. I'm gonna pause right here and just give a quick call to someone.
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robtatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsliff, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you, so at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you to know you're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi, Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Heroptatyr more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Khaenri'ah.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
Hmm? You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? You have noble ambitions, Dane, but I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Revir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource, we are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
We are back. Hello.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave
the Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did.
What if he finds out that you...
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean... our moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, the Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
There's an... God. Okay. So you can't do that. No, we're back here. If I beat him, there's no reason to do so.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime.
Do you hear
Dan
the
and his group will
people
handle the troops in the
singing a
palace.
song of
Rocketeer and
sussy
my daughter
men?
will My job is to enter the prison
Sing the song
and
of
rescue
sussy
Vedafilnir.
men. It is
Stay
the music
safe.
Of the people who
Wish
are
me
sus
luck.
and sus again.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Arcane season, I'll take that. Oh. No! I know what this does. I just know. It clearly means that you're meant to be sneaking by people. There we go. Boom. Da 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 da. Shit. Right. No. Clearly you're supposed to do this. Shit. Oh, it goes that. Oh, it goes the direction that you're meant to go. Da, 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 da,
This place is filthy.
He's a wolf.
And the smell is... Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very...
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's
Oedipus?
sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to work.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy.
Oh, he's a snake.
It was a word of warning.
Oh.
Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predict...
everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedafulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Khanrian history.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafulnir. At this point, you're my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Thalindis?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too? The voice that... It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Different. Vedafulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
Tiresias.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations, for as long as you live, your story with Thalindis shall not come to an end. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless...
Why is he backtracking?
I will hold you to...
Thank you for setting me free. In return...
Just then, a strange wave of it.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistro...
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
Whatever Vedafulnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison.
Alright.
Monsters? Is this Rhindaughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
Shower me with prey!
Let's begin.
Dissipate!
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the... But if they were ever going to activate...
Help! Help! Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you! Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. So, what other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
It all adds up. Seek within. No more lies.
Stand with me! Lightning Purify! Let the world collide!
A moment, please.
Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Stay cool. Face your guilt.
It all adds up. The mystery unravels. Let's see what you're made of. No more lies.
Let's begin.
No, my baby.
Our bond is strong!
A moment, please.
Why Raichu is the best at Final Fantasy?
Let my name echo in song! The show begins! Ah. Grow, grow, grow! Strike a pose! I'll settle this!
Get a little chilly.
Seek within. It all adds up.
Share my knowledge! Time to shine!
Monsters.
At the Università. Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need help! Ah! Stay back! Please stay back!
What's that?
Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
This was so predictable.
Celindus? No, don't do it! Celindus! Celindus!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Sort of. Kind of looks like the. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
So if this was always there, they didn't just become.
Rerir. Rerir.
Celindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
Did this all because he was horny for a persecuted person, but he didn't realize he was persecuted. Because you were horny. All because you were horny. This is the problem with the horny. I have become Dante.
I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
Yeah. In a way.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born.
In a way.
A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get... In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside.
So this goes back to the
little
main
white
theme of
lies,
Genshin, which is the
and
truth.
before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything.
That's honestly probably the main theme of Genshin. Is
Time to
more
get
so
back.
the death of God. It is the truth.
His past is filled with sorrow.
It really is the truth.
But the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate.
Wait, no, but Nalon had nothing to do with that either, because Nalon just had nothing.
Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Nefer! How are you holding up?
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. But they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Con. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nod Krai and...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck...
Cool. So, can you fill me in?
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgot.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. In any case, I've hardly shied. There's nothing I dislike. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the curator.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't...
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I
hallucinated?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated...
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special...
Has anything like this ever happened?
Only once. It was the first time.
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your...
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy?
Meaning this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a person...
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do...
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another
Oh, well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. I suggest everyone finds, even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employee?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Sun.
Oh, Lama.
Oh my
Have I ever
god!
told you
Oh
just how
no,
pretty
this
you
ship
are?
is so real.
Beauty runs from the tips
This
of your
ship
antlers
is so fucking
to the
real.
time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and know you have my word that I... Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has...
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Peppy, what? Why is everyone white? When this is supposed... Why is everyone white here? Okay. This is supposed to be... What? Why is every... Oh, God.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh?
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting...
Pile of stones. Got it.
So this feels like... This feels...
Hi, Dad. Uncle.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have...
Spoils of war. Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech.
The aftermath of a I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as...
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts.
So you're the academia's helper?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay?
All that vision
We've been
goes to
isolated
shit.
here in the desert for
Because
too long.
I'd
Seeking
like to- at least
opportunities
there was a
elsewhere is
clear
the best
distinction
thing for
between
us,
the
and the
rainforest
fastest
being
way
white
to progress.
and the
So,
desert being
do you
brown.
get any...
Of course.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh god, okay. This makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Like they had they had a very clear at least vision and dichotomy. I mean the outfits are still the same, but still, like it's a very. I mean yeah, there are whites can be in the desert, so it's fine. But like it's a very clear dichotomy that I liked. That at least they had a vision. The vision's still there. I mean,
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it?
backstory? What
You're
the
either
fuck?
brave,
It's
stupid,
like
or
you were.
both.
It's like you were.
In that special ambassador
It's like you were angry.
Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it. You're a liar and a cheat.
It's like you were. It's like they and like put it up. The Sumeru quest was perfect.
I heard you
It
heard a
had,
gasp.
it had a brown
Corpses
temple of
strewn
silence. Oh, I
across
guess
the
these are not
ground.
temples. Not maybe the.
The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers.
Yeah, this.
There's a handwritten note on.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. This is my second time writing to you. I assume
Yeah,
my
this is
last
just
letter must have gotten
starting
lost
to
in the mail,
show
as I didn't
the stuff
receive a
lot more
reply.
clearly.
I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well. Praise the gods. The well of the Eob tribe was intact. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few
Or
days.
maybe it's just
It's
because
the only
well,
way
they-
I can
they-
convince them
he's
that this was the academia's
lapdog and
decision
therefore his wife.
and
But
prevent them from
Saito's too,
retaliating.
and he's brown.
This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death. What a ridiculous lie the surviving
Yeah, this makes me a lot. Yeah. I get it. It's ultimately the outfit's much more than the skin color, but still, that's just. Eh.
Ah, officer. Welcome.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
This is the finest
Thank
wine Aru village has to
God.
offer.
Okay, he's
I
brown.
promise.
Looks very Middle Eastern.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor.
This
I highly doubt anyone in this.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't.
I don't.
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your family? How many of you are there?
Just the one.
It's only you?
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers, and my
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Nefer? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Oh god. They at least acknowledge it. Oh god. Yeah, I do want to know what the Chinese is. Oh god. I mean, at least, the guy saying it is a fucking fascist, so it's fine. They kind of were. The academia kind of were kind of fascist a little bit in some way. At least it's very authoritarian. So. Okay, so that she gets put in. Well, at least the leads are getting put in. Well.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then...
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get...
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs.
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did...
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
This is why I would...
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's the...
I really liked...
I wanted to check
they
if
had
someone sent me a
clear
letter to the
distinction.
academia.
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mails. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it.
Hey, don't... You're a great teacher. And you do your best for all... It's not just the academia, either.
Oh, my dear child.
I haven't. I just think that... This must be it. Let's take a look.
We're back to fucking letter vision, okay.
A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown buildings. This one was never even opened. I guess, who was it addressed? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between, in clinical terms, for example, my neighbor who always breaks. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. Stamped by the Grand Conservator of the House of Dana. This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar? A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region, as per the policy to this effect. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. They do not even have full access. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students truly the standard of pedagogy to which the academia aspires? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative. But do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was everyone else in this institution. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others, and listen to some alternative opinions. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is... Huh? I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert... I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. I don't believe for 1 second that any...
Mail simulator.
Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased and told me your name. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business, and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details, so we could stay in touch. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the academia and help us find a way to make a better living. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard times, and I would like to ask for your assistance. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into Iyab and Unut territory in search of an alternate water source. The Iyab and Unut are descended from the Thamudians, while we trace our ancestry to Tulatula. We worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes up until now. I found a well belonging to the Iyab tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option, so I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain to incur their wrath. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if you could send an academia representative to meet with me. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert, and I told you a little about my daughter, Nefer. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia? She is a smart girl. I know she won't disappoint you.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even remember the name Sinuhe. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most... You liar. You lied about... And who fell for it? Which makes... I think I'll take over from here. I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer? You...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my home.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to do. Oh, and I didn't... What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me...
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my home. It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all from me.
Don't forget me, okay?
Yeah, I lied again. And as for remembering her, I'll be lucky if I even make it. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a...
Please, sir, lower your blade. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once...
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to freedom.
I really like this
Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Iab control is built on top of some ancient ruin. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy. We know far more than you think.
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As I hope I am making...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me...
You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely... And what does a barbarian like you have to lose
He's
anyway?
fucking calling him a barbarian. Oh, God.
All right, I take your point. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed.
She's gonna fucking play him.
Gladly. So let's indulge in a...
Chief!
So much
Chief, it's
for
an emergency!
being a fucking mobile game.
It's the Unut. They've...
What? Well, don't just stand.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Iab's military superiority.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't...
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot
No! Please, Ambassador, just that well is our...
Glad to hear it.
If there is a traitor, I will find them.
Wow. All it took was a few words and...
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Iab.
The Iab are ruthless
Why is everyone
murderers who
fucking
don't
like-
listen to... So let me ask you, Chief.
Kill them all.
Precisely. At the same time...
We have our own rules up.
Right. We can't confront natural allies. Weren't the Iab your allies once? Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally...
Say no more.
Good. Then I say... You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how.
Everyone's dead.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like the monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary I I think maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog
this is
world,
really just
the chief
exposing
needs to be
everything
tough
wrong
to
with the
survive.
desert side of
But you couldn't do what had to be done.
Sumeru so badly.
So
oh my
I
god, no.
did it for you.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this.
I believe I remember you.
Yeah, but even so.
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn. So, anyway, that's enough. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find somewhere.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone's.
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trait.
Ah.
I didn't know you were
I'm no expert in the history.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells.
That's Boss Nefer, yeah.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity. But I know about Sethos too.
What about him?
Well, he's not a small deal. Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to...
This really just kind of feels shoved in. I do admit, I feel like this could have been saved for a fucking story quest. It's nice that everyone's here to cheer her up, but still. Like, this feels even more shoved in than Walma. And I love Sumeru. I love it. The Sumeru quest was... Here we go, Sloth. Here we go. Alright. This is what we've been fucking waiting for, is the Sloth moment.
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything. I want to do the whole name-dropping.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the crop... Let's take a look.
Yeah, fine. This is all I really freaking care about is this shit. So they don't actually go to Sumeru. So this is all a freaking memory. Alright. That's her cat! Woo. So it was one of fun.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on! Hard-fun quest ever.
Knowing too much. Revenge is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Is that my boy? Yay! Back to the actual story.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one... Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get the...
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir in...
Whoa, really? How'd you manage?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong by using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he...
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be...
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with... You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where the Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Iab ultimately won that confrontation, but the final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, as I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power to seek the truth. But I don't believe that's the full story. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I gather the others. It's time. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Recher of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been The Recher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nodkrai. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lauma, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command, but...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Nefer mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Recher of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for now.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Recher of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments, and see if there is any validity to my suspicions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation. Already, it has greatly enriched my understanding of the entity we face.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next stage of our plan.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies, and the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone. Yet, none of that can begin to compare with the complexity of human life.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting.
That's very thoughtful.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the No need. Come on, let's talk outside.
I fucking love his design. No.
Anyway,
I don't really
Nefer
care
went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, it's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out.
Honestly, I'm up.
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is. What a long and storied history it has. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question. 2 days, at most.
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even recruit enough help in that time?
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can pull this off without his help. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Duran, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so here's what we're thinking. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Reher of Solnari, or none of us stand a chance.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all this on?
I want to do everything within my power. The Reher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for everyone else involved.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards danger without a moment's hesitation. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, sir.
I should be the one thanking...
Alright, fucking... I think this is an amazing place to stop, because I think we've been going on for 3 hours. Yep. Very good place to start. I'm like, I mean... I do want to just quickly get my... Yeah, this definitely was the Nefer part. 100% was the Nefer part, so I aptly named it.
Add Astro. Thank you for